Hello, this is Random Smart Asian 15, and today I'm going to be explaining the fail argument of the 5 proofs for the existence of God by Saint Thomas Aquinas. His argument was, of course, similar. The first two were really similar. He stated that there is a first mover. Some things are in motion. Anything moved is moved by another, and there cannot be an infinite series of movers. So therefore, there must be a first mover, a mover that isn't itself moved by another. And he says this is God. The couple of things wrong with this is that, first, to say that there can't be an infinite series of movers is a claim. There's no evidence that there isn't an infinite series of movers, any more than that there is. So at this point, he cannot make that claim. Now, second, stating that there must be a first mover that isn't moved by something else is a fallacy of ad hoc. It is a double standard, stating that there's a certain rule that applies to everything. However, what you are addressing towards is exempt from that rule is now a logical fallacy. First clause, some things are caused. Anything caused is caused by another, and there cannot be an infinite series of causers. Like the first one, the same rules and defects apply. To state that there's a first clause that isn't caused by another is again ad hoc, and that there can't be an infinite series of causes is also an invalid claim. Necessary being. Every constant being at some point in time fails to exist. So if everything was continuous, then at some point in time there would have been nothing, and there would be nothing now. Clearly, which is clearly false. So not everything is continuous. So there is a necessary being. This is God. Again, this argument is a fail. However, there is a different way on how it fails. Technically, it is the God of the Gates argument, saying that we don't know, therefore it must be God. Stating that your ignorance is basically the sign that there's a deity. Technically, since we're still working on finding it out, there's no absolute way to figure out whether or not this is a God or not. So this is an extremely illogical claim, saying that I don't know, therefore it must be my deity. This part is also a fail. Greatest being. Some things are greater than others. Whatever is great to any degree gets its greatness from that which is even greater. So there is a greater being, which is the source of all greatness. This is God. Again, this is even more fail and flawed than the other ones, due to the fact that now you're going to a subjective argument. Greatness is a subjective concept. Complexity might have been different. However, saying that first this there must be a source for all of this, and therefore is God, is now again ad hoc. There is no, even if there is a God, there will be no evidence that God didn't get his greatness from somewhere else. You have to provide evidence for how you came to know this, even if you could prove he was real. Intelligent designer. Many things lack intelligence for an end. Intelligent act for an end, or whatever acts for an end must be directed by an intelligent being. Therefore, the world must have an intelligent designer. This is God. Now, there's a variety of things wrong with this concept. First, cancer, disease, accidents, and thousands of bad things happen every day. To say that there's an all-loving, all-powerful, all-knowing, theistic, remember, deistic beings have no characteristics and they're impersonal. I'm directing this towards theistic beings. At this point, to say that such a theistic being, being all-knowing, all-good, and all-powerful, to allow such things to happen, it would be a contradiction. Stating that everything must have an intelligent designer is also a claim. There's no evidence there's a magical, invisible, all-powerful, all-knowing being in the sky. That is an extremely extraordinary claim, and even if this was true, you have to prove how you know it's your deity out of every single other deity. And, of course, the list goes on and on. Well, these are the basics. Thank you and have a nice day.